This video will cover pricing management, which is located under the Fasttrak menu settings. This window has a list of all of your vehicle types as well as their base rates. You may add additional vehicle types after having added them in the vehicle area. You may edit the prices by selecting the Edit button, or delete any of them by clicking on the Delete button. To add a new one, select Add. It will bring you a list of the vehicle types which you have not currently priced. Select the vehicle type, select the rate, the minimum number of hours. If you have secondary hour rates or third, you may enter those prices in here and click on the OK button. Below that, you will see the Zone Fixed Rate Pricing by Vehicle section. This is to be utilized when pricing jobs based upon a zone or fixed rate. You see you can set them up in any manner you would like, from city to city, from zip code to zip code. You set the rate as well as the expected hours, and you determine if it's a flat rate or an hourly rate. To add a new one, select the Add button. Select the vehicle type you are wishing to price. Determine whether this is an hourly rate or a flat rate. Enter the values. If there is a fixed driver pay, you may enter it here. If it is a driver with their own vehicle, you may enter that here also, as well as an affiliate pay. Driver pay, affiliate pay will be addressed in the wages section. Below that, you will need to select or enter the from and to location. If it is from an airport, type in the airport code and it will automatically populate that code. You see in doing so, what it does below is it checks the box as an arrival. Select a to location or enter as appropriate. If this is an arrival and a departure, you will want to select Automatically Create a Reverse Duplicate of this item. This will create the arrival price as well as the departure price for this particular fixed rate zone. Had this been a ground reservation, such as from city to city or zip code to zip code, you would not have selected the airport code and you would have selected ground. Click on OK to save this, and it will be added to the pricing list, which then may be selected from the reservations. Below that, you have the fixed charged item pricing. You may add as many fixed charged items as you would like to show up in each reservation by selecting the Add button. You may also edit existing ones or delete any of those you have already added. If it is a price that you know that shows up on every reservation, you will want to put a value in it. If it is an unknown value, such as stops or perhaps miscellaneous, you will leave it as a 0 value when entering the item. Leaving it as a 0 will allow it to be priced from within the reservation, but it will not show up on confirmations or trip sheets. It is recommended you create a fixed charged item called Additional Gratuity, as this allows the customer to add a fixed number, such as $10 or $20, after the reservation has been completed. To add a new item, select the Add button, type in the value, determine whether you pay it to the driver. If you pay the driver 100% of it, so type in 100. If you pay them 50%, type in 50. If you do not pay them anything, leave the box unchecked. Below that, you will want to determine whether it applies to ground reservations, arrival, or departure reservations. If it is an airport fee, it would most likely either be an arrival or a departure or both. Once you have entered the values and determined what types of reservations it applies to, select the OK button. Below that, you have the variable fee item pricing, which is a percentage. These may be deleted, edited, or add. To add a new one, click on the Add button, type in the name, which will appear on the trip sheets and confirmations and reservations, put in a percentage, determine whether you pay it to the driver or only if the driver is a contractor, determine which rates it applies to by checking the appropriate boxes, and determine whether it applies to ground, arrival, departure, or all. Clicking the OK button will save this variable price to your pricing plan. Below that, you have the ability to add taxes to your reservations. You may delete, edit, or add new ones. By selecting the Add button, you will type in the name, determine what it applies to, again, as it may apply to certain items, yet not other items. Those that say customer next to them are specific pricing plans associated to customers. If it does not have a label after it, such as customer or corporate, it means it is part of the default pricing plan. Select the items that it applies to, the type of reservations it applies to, enter the location, the code, and the value. Select the Add button, and that tax will now be selectable from within the reservations. You may also see that you have the ability to have multiple taxes in each tax type description. By editing this one, you will see I have one called Zone 1 to Zone 15. I may also add one called City, whatever code it may be, and a value. Clicking the Add button will add that to your taxing list. This allows you to select the appropriate tax when having reservations that are affected in different taxing authorities. Going back up to the top, you will see that this is a pricing plan called Default Pricing. Within the system, you are able to add as many pricing plans as you would like, and from each reservation, these are all selectable depending upon the type of reservation. You may have wedding plans, prom plans, transfer plans, or tour plans, based upon how you label your plans. To add a new one, click on the Add button, label the pricing plan, determine if you want to copy the pricing plan from an existing pricing plan, and click OK. You may then adjust all of the prices accordingly if you have copied from an existing plan but the prices are different. You also have the ability to increase or decrease plan pricing by selecting the Increase or Decrease Plan Pricing button. In the following window, it allows you to increase or decrease by a percentage. Determine what it applies to, and determine how you would like it to round up if you would like it to round to an even dollar. If you do not want it to round, select the Do Not Round. Keep in mind that these default prices and anything located in the pricing management are rack rates that are available to all customers. If a customer has an individual pricing plan or different items, which is different than everybody else's, they may have their own pricing plan created within their profile, which will be addressed when we go to the customers and clients.